The fishing update has brought all kinds of elusive creatures to the wasteland of Fallout 76, from axolotls to local legends, and of course you can't forget about the ever-frustrating glowing fish. A lot of players are struggling to catch these fish in particular, but don't worry, I've got the easiest, most efficient method to farming any glowing fish in Fallout 76. Let's get right into it. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes, there are a few reasons why you need glowing fish in Fallout 76, and some are significantly more important than others, so let's break them down real quick. Now, obviously, the most important reason is for upgrading your fishing rod to the Mark III. You need to catch 5 glowing fish, specifically the Glowing Bog Lurker in the Cranberry Bog region. That's the example I'll use throughout the video, because everyone has to catch these to progress anyway, so we might as well knock that out together, and I'll show you exactly where to place your camp and everything like that. But obviously, if you need to catch any other specific glowing fish, go ahead and just switch your camp to there, follow the same method, and boom, you're done. Now, the second reason, if you catch 15 glowing fish, any kind, doesn't have to be the Glowing Bog Lurker, you unlock the Quantum Bobber. Not only does it look beautiful, but it's super practical. The glow makes it easier to track fish underwater, especially when you're reeling and need to follow the compass quickly without snapping your line. Total game changer. So basically you get a head start on knowing where the fish is going to spawn, and you won't automatically lose the fish because you have to go all the way around the compass. And then finally, every region has a glowing fish. If you're aiming to complete the catch-all regional fish challenges, you'll need them, including the glowing ones. So just keep all that in mind. Mark III, Quantum Bobber, and obviously if you want to complete all of the fishing challenges, you gotta catch a glowing fish in every single region. Now, before you run off casting your line anywhere, let's talk about numbers. There are 2 main factors that affect glowing fish spawns. As you can see here, it's bait and weather. If you're in a nuke zone weather effect and using superb bait, you get a 22% chance of spawning one of these bad boys in, which is, you know, pretty great. That's not too bad, but obviously, as you know, superb bait is ridiculously difficult to come by. So let's talk about realistically the best way to farm the glowing fish in terms of bait and weather. Now, the best bait for glowing fish, like I said, is going to be the superb bait, but in my opinion, the most practical is the improved bait. Now, I've snagged 1 or 2 using common bait, but I strongly recommend improved bait and not using your superb bait. Just save that for all of your local legends. Now, with the improved bait, as you can see in a nuke weather zone effect, you'll get a 10% chance of catching a glowing fish, which isn't really that bad. So you're going to have to collect some improved bait, but you'll be able to do that no problem. I will have a guide out on that soon, but there's a bunch out on YouTube. They're super easy to get. You could get them from events, and you could get them from fridges across the wasteland. Now, if you bring 100 improved bait and hit a body of water with the right weather, you're basically catching any glowing fish that you need. Now, as you can see also with common bait, it's a 3% chance, so you can use common bait. It's not the rarest thing in the entire world to try and pull one off, but if you're trying to go through these challenges, in one weekend or something, you might as well just stock up on the approved bait during the week and then get to fishing during the weekend and knock out all of the challenges with all of your improved bait. Now, with the weather stations, when I say the nuke zone weather effect, I don't mean you drop a nuke and then you hang out in that weather zone. You could actually get the same effect using a weather station at your camp. And as you could see on screen, there are 4 weather stations that work for this effect. The Mothman weather one, which I am using here, the Nuke Zone, obviously, the Radstorm weather station, and the Skyline Valley weather station. Again, I personally use the Mothman weather station. It's what you'll see in all of the footage. You could get the weather stations, unfortunately, from the Atomic Shop, so it is a kind of pay-to-win strategy, or past season rewards. So, like I said, it is pay to play, but it's worth checking out another player's camp by the water. A lot of them are doing the same exact strategy. Some of them are using rain, some of them are using the nuke station, but as you saw, you could still catch them in the rain, just the nuke zones have a significantly better chance. So improved bait, and you're going to want to be in a nuke zone. Now, you can still actually get this nuke zone effect if you're a free-to-play player. I said earlier you don't have to launch a nuke. It's not necessary, and it is kind of the harder way of going about this, but besides besides the weather station, if you don't personally have a weather station and no one is using a nuke zone weather station, you could go ahead and launch a nuke over any body of water, and it gives the same effect. It's completely viable for free-to-play players. This is actually what I suggest you do if you don't have a weather station and if you have the ability to drop a nuke. I know it's kind of end-game content, but you shouldn't really worry about fishing if you're not endgame. There's a lot of other stuff to worry about. This is just kind of the extra BS that you get to do when you've done everything in the entire game, including all of the raids. So, like I said, you could either be in a nuke zone, you could have a weather station at your camp by a body of water, and just make sure you're using the improved bait with one of those effects going, and you have a 10% chance. That's really the best odds that you're going to get if you're not wasting your superb bait. But again, that's really hard to come by. Don't waste it, just use improved. Now, like I said, in this video, we're going to talk about how to catch the Glowing Bog Lurker because you got to anyway. So to specifically catch this one glowing fish, I suggest you come over here right by Watoga in the Cranberry Bog. You place down a camp anywhere on this riverbed. Either side works. Mire lurks sometimes end up here, so be prepared to kill a few, but simply place down your camp. Place down a nuke zone weather machine. I use the Mothman one. Power it up with the generator of your choice, then simply walk over to the river, cast out your line with some improved bait, and hope RNG is on your side. Now, obviously, like I said, if you want to catch any other glowing fish, simply just copy this strategy and this layout anywhere else in the Wasteland. You'll just have to go to the different regions, so the Forest region, Ash Heap, Skyline Valley, all those different regions. You could do the same exact thing anywhere within the regions. It doesn't matter. As long as there's a body of water that you can fish in and you could place a camp down, you could do this strategy. So just keep that in mind. You could do this anywhere, and this works on any glowing fish. But for specifically the Glowing Bog Lurker, I found this place right over here works the best. Simply just fast travel to Watoga or the train station, or even that little homestead over here, and then you just simply run over to the riverbed, place down your camp, weather machine, a generator, power it up, and then just fish. That's really all you can do. You have a 10% chance, or if you really want to use your superb bait on it for some odd reason, you have a 22% chance. But again, I suggest you save that for your local legends. You could even catch these guys with common. 3% chance isn't that bad of a thing. I think for the 5, it took me like 45 minutes to get or something like that, which isn't the worst grind in the entire world. I know I got considerably lucky, but again, I did catch a couple with common bait. I just had the best luck with catching all of my glowing fish with improved bait. I think improved bait is just the bait that you should use really anything, on anything besides if you're doing the daily fishing challenge. Like if you're specifically trying to catch a certain type of fish, I think you should just always use an improved, unless you're going after the local legends. Then I would suggest saving up your superb bait. But for the glowing fish, really all you need, nuke zone weather effect and some improved bait. That's it. For the Glowing Bog Lurker specifically, come over to right over by Watoga, place your camp down, weather station, generator, fish. Done. Give yourself an hour and you should have the 5. It's not really that difficult. I don't know why so many people are having a hard time coming across these. Just make sure you put down the weather station, it's powered up, and you have improved bait. 10% chance. Good luck, everyone out there fishing. That's really all that you have to do. And again, you just put this down anywhere across the Wasteland at a fishable body of water, and you have a 10% chance to catch any glowing fish with the improved bait. That's really the simplest way that you could catch any glowing fish, and really the best way that you could catch any glowing fish in the entire game, because it doesn't require you to launch a nuke. Well, and there we have it, ladies and gents of the Wasteland. We've made it to the end of another Fallout 76 video. Again, this is by far the easiest way to catch any glowing fish. Just remember, you could catch them all. You just got to go to different regions, improved bait, and a nuke zone weather station. You could get them from the Atomic Shop. My go-to was the Mothman, just because it was the most recent one that everyone got, and also I think it looks the coolest. So if you're going to spend an hour or two inside of a weather zone effect, and if you don't want to get tired of it, I suggest the Mothman one. It looks pretty chill, and it fits the fishing guide of the Wasteland pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you're able to use this method to catch some glowing fish. I saw a lot of people complaining about it online, and I just wanted to make this quick video in case people were just throwing common bait into the water in a nuke zone once a week and hoping that they would catch a glowing fish. It's not really the most efficient way to do it. You could just do it at your camp if you have a weather station. Make sure you save up your atoms because weather stations are going to be a permanent feature in the fishing future of Fallout 76. Again, no one was really talking about it. I didn't see anyone make a full video on the best way to catch them. But again, check the description for Nukaknights and DuchessFlames if you guys want to see the full breakdown on how to catch every single fish and the rates and everything like that. I'll leave a video in the description about the axolotl if you want to catch the axolotl. And as always, I appreciate you motherfuckers for watching this motherfucking video, and I will see you in the Wasteland. Good luck with all of your future fishing, and I hope this guide was able to help you a little bit.